Hello everyone, this is Chris Morse. This is our advanced training series, and this is lesson 19, and we're going to get into formula tags. We're going to go over what the purpose of a formula tag is. We'll show you how to create a formula tag, and I've actually got a panel running with some formulas, and I'll show you how I created those. Purpose of a formula tag: provide a way to do calculations inside of a panel. You do it based on a value from a constant tag or specific tags that you've created inside the system. Uh, all the standard mathematical formulas are recognized. You just use the standard order of procedures that you do in all algebraic equations, and it'll give you the result you're looking for. Go ahead and get into the panels here. So basically, from your home page, select VP4. When you got it in here, go ahead and go to panels. And to do formulas, you can only do those in a performance panel or a combo panel. I've got one set up just so kind of make life a little bit easier for this. Give it a name, go into tags. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm going to be showing this. So basically, how many pieces do we expect them to have completed right now in the elapsed time of the shift, right? So here's the elapsed time of the shift, and I have a cycle rate I'll show you here in a minute. And then what's the percentage that they have completed based on the count. So first thing you need is a count tag. So that one's pretty straightforward. I got a count tag from my production count here. We need to enter our cycle rate. So my cycle rate is based on they should have 3 pieces done per hour. The other tag we need is a system property tag. So we're going to get the current elapsed time and our formula. So got expected pieces, right? So basically all we're saying is like we have our shipped elapsed time, which comes to us in seconds. So we need to divide that by 3600 so we can get the hour, right? So we know that how many hours have elapsed in the shift. And then basically we want to take that hour, multiply it by the cycle rate, because we say every hour you should have 3 pieces done. And the other one is the percentage. So we want to know how good are we here. So basically we're going to take the count, our actual count, and we're going to divide it by what the expected is that we figured out in this this formula right here. And then we multiply it by 100 so that we can get a percentage. Just so you know kind of the basics of a formula tag. Basically give it a name. Then you're going to select formula. Default. So what default means is if nothing is calculated in your formula, what do you want it to show on the screen? So the default is 0. You can say no value, type in text, whatever it is that you want. Enter in your formula here like I showed you on those other pages. Get your result as an integer, generally is what you'll want, but you can also get it as a decimal. You can select how many decimal places you want. And if you're doing something based on time, you could always get a time span and select that format here. We're going to go ahead and just delete this tag. So as you can tell, let's go over this one more time just so it makes sense. So I got a count for my device. I entered a cycle rate of 3 pieces per hour. I grabbed my system property tag to get my shift elapsed time. I wanted to know how many pieces they should have completed at the amount of time that's elapsed in the shift based on an hourly cycle rate. So I took my total shift elapsed time, I divided it by, which gives me in seconds, and I divided it by 306 or 3600 seconds, so that I could therefore get the amount of hours that have elapsed in the shift. I multiplied that by my cycle rate of pieces per hour. Then I wanted to know how far along, what's the percentage of complete that the person has on the individual module. So basically taking my actual count, I'm dividing it by how many pieces I expect them to have done at this current time, and then I'm multiplying it by 100 so that I can get a percentage number. A couple things here in the layout. This was pretty straightforward. You give it a label. This is just the tag. So if we want to show that percent and we want to put the percent sign, we can't do that by just selecting the tag like you see down here for expected pieces. So what we can do is we can make it a text field. We can use our tilde and then the exact name of the tag and put like a space and put a symbol after it. That way what it'll do is it'll insert the tag first, do a space, and then put in the percentage symbol. The other thing I have here is I'm just showing the amount of ship to lapse time, just so that you guys can get an idea that my calculations are correct. So save and exit this. Got this here. Click view. I've already got it open here. So with the amount of time that's elapsed in the shift, we expect them to have 25 pieces completed. We're saying they're 97% complete. This is our total shift elapsed time. My virtual module, show here. So what I'm saying is I've got 24 pieces done so far with my count. So like I say, it's about 97% based on that formula that's calculating. So if I increase this, get another count, it's 25. See, that goes to 25. This should recalculate, and now 101. I say there's a little bit of difference there just because it's used in seconds, so it'll be a little bit different there. This here is just our elapsed shift time. That's kind of it for my example of formulas. You can pretty much create any type of formula you want inside the software. I was just kind of basically showing you how you can create a constant and call that constant over into that formula, how you can set up a count tag and then actually use the data from that tag into a formula. And you can pretty much do that with any type of tag, any type of constant, any type of system property that you want to get the data that you're looking for. Back over here to our PowerPoint. Our summary here. Purpose of a formula tag: it's a way of performing a calculation based on tag values. Then how to create a formula tag was pretty easy. We name it. Functionality is formula, that default value. So when there is no value for the formula that you've created, what does it want to return? Like say default 0, you can type in no value for that field. The formula, got to create your formula. Like I said, basic math principles all apply, and the order of procedures applies as well. And then your result, you can select as an integer, or if you're doing something that's based on time, you can always select that time span option. Practical app, just go for it and create different types of formulas for formula tags. You could just start off by doing one just based on numbers. You can just take 100 divided by 10 and then see that produces what you want to see. And then create a formula tag using other tags that you've created inside virtual panels, and just play with it and kind of see what you get, see if you get the results you're looking for. Additional information, this is our VP4 wiki page. This is an overview page on tags, and this one here deals specifically just with formula tags, how to set them up and how to use them. Thank you very much for your time today, and hope you have a great day.